Shalom and good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcasting to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, U.S. President Barack Obama reassures Iran of potential business opportunities as long as it assures companies of stability and refrains from provocative actions. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu receives an annual economic report which indicates that unemployment rates in the Jewish state are in an all-time low. Syrian and allied forces backed by Russian airstrikes drive the Islamic State out of another strategic town near Palmyra. After little more than a week of relative quiet in the ongoing wave of violence, 2 security incidents were reported yesterday. In the late afternoon, a stabbing attack was committed in Rosh Ha'ain, which is located in the center of Israel. Security guard of one of the buildings in the industrial zone of the city said he heard screams from his building street and rushed outside where he saw an assailant stabbing a young woman with a knife. Threatening the attacker, an Israeli Arab woman, with his gun, the security guard successfully overpowered the assailant without firing a shot. The guard charged at her, pulled the knife out of her hand, and pinned her to the sidewalk with the help of 2 passers-by. Police that arrived at the scene arrested the assailant, identified as a 23-year-old woman from the Israeli Arab town of Kfar Qasim. The victim in the attack was taken to a medical facility in Petah Tikva for treatment, suffering light to moderate injuries. Meanwhile, later in the day, an attempted attack was foiled at Tapoch Junction, located in the West Bank, not far from the Israeli settlement of Ariel. A young Palestinian man arose the suspicion of border police troops at a hitchhiking stop near the junction as he approached a group of Israeli settlers waiting for a ride. According to a police statement, when the border police troops asked him to stop, he drew a knife but was not able to attack anyone, as the troops were able to subdue the young Palestinian man without firing a shot. Now, with regard to emerging strains between the Islamic Republic and the West, President Barack Obama, in a bid to play down the emerging accusations by the United States, Britain, France, and Germany regarding Iranian breaches of a UN resolution related to an agreement reached back in July of last year, which limits Tehran's nuclear abilities, announced the agreement has been successful thus far, but stressed it would take time for Iran to reintegrate into the global economy. Following accusations by the Islamic Republic Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei about limited business accords since the nuclear agreement, the American president stressed it was Iran's responsibilities to continue providing reassuring clarifications to businesses that would encourage the international companies to re-enter the Iranian economy.
Part of the challenge that they face is that companies haven't been doing business there for a long time, and they need to get comfortable with the prospects of this deal holding. One of the things that Secretary Liu and his counterparts within the P5+1 and elsewhere are going to be doing is providing clarity to businesses about what transactions are in fact allowed. And it's going to take time over the next several months for companies and their legal departments to feel confident that in fact there may not be risks of liability if they do business with Iran. Iran so far has followed the letter of the agreement. But the spirit of the agreement involves Iran also sending signals to the world community and businesses that it is not going to be engaging in a range of provocative actions that might scare business off. When they launch ballistic missiles with slogans calling for the destruction of Israel, that makes businesses nervous. There is some geopolitical risk that is heightened when they see that taking place. If Iran continues to ship missiles to Hezbollah, that gets businesses nervous. And so part of what I hope happens is we have a responsibility to provide clarity about the rules that govern so that Iran can in fact benefit, the Iranian people can benefit from an improved economic situation.
The American president said this at his address to the Nuclear Security Summit in Washington a few hours after the International Atomic Energy Agency released a report in which it said that the Islamic Republic of Iran had adhered to the constraints set on it by the nuclear agreement, which the international community hopes would limit its ability to produce nuclear weapons. Now back to Israel, where Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu received an annual report from Bank of Israel Governor Dr. Karnit Flug, which indicates that the unemployment rates in the Jewish state are in an all-time low.
מצב המשק בסך הכל סביר בהתייחס לסביבה הגלובלית הדי לא פשוטה. בסך הכל שוק העבודה במצב טוב, האבטלה נמוכה, התעסוקה גדלה, השכר עלה. והמצב הטוב של המשק בעצם מאפשר לנו למקד את המדיניות בדברים שבאמת צריך למקד, וזה הטווח הארוך. ואני חושבת שזה בעצם משחרר אותנו להתמקד גם בתקציב הבא ובכלל בטיפול באתגרים הגדולים שיש לנו.
Prime Minister Netanyahu has a right-wing government and is a strong believer in a conservative market format, emphasized Israel's achievement to his cabinet, and praised recently established negotiations with China on a free trade agreement, as well as a priority trade partner agreement with Japan, as key factors to an even stronger Israeli economy.
אני קיבלתי לפני שעה קלה את הדוח השנתי של נגידת בנק ישראל. המשק נמצא בתעסוקה מלאה, האבטלה במה שהם מכנים שפל היסטורי, אלה חדשות טובות. כתוצאה מכך השכר הריאלי עלה באופן ניכר, והוא עולה גם בסקטורים שונים. אנחנו גם רואים ירידה מתונה באי השוויון, יש לנו עוד עבודה גדולה לעשות כאן, אבל אלה בסך הכל חדשות טובות. המפתח לעתיד תלוי בצמיחה. צריך להבין שכל מה שאנחנו רוצים להשיג מבחינת תקציבים, מבחינת שירותים, מבחינת השיפור של התשתיות, כל הדברים שחשובים לאזרח מחייבים צמיחה. בשבוע שעבר אנחנו עשינו דבר גדול מאוד לצמיחה. התחלנו בשיחות הסכם סחר חופשי עם סין. זה יעד רב שנים של מדינת ישראל. הוא טומן בחובו פוטנציאל לגידול גדול מאוד בייצוא. במקביל אנחנו מדברים עם יפן על הסכם של מדינת סחר מועדפת למדינת ישראל. אני והממשלה כולה פועלים לפתוח את השווקים של אסיה בפני כלכלת ישראל. זה שינוי משמעותי, אפילו הייתי מגדיר אותו היסטורי.
The Israeli leader also referred to two factors which limit Israel's ability to even bolster its economy more, promising to tackle them. The one, the bureaucracy that Netanyahu says would be a key factor in bringing more companies to the Jewish state, as well as the second, gas drillings, which would bring many more billions of dollars to Israel's economy. Now, with regard to Israel's northern neighbor, Syrian and allied forces backed by Russian airstrikes drove the Islamic State out of another town near Palmyra after encircling it over the past few days. Government forces entered the town of Al-Qaryatain from a number of directions, declaring another massive victory for Assad's forces, considering the strategic location of the town, which is surrounded by hills and is located some 100 kilometers west of the ancient city of Palmyra. The town had been held by the Islamic State since late August, and its loss by the Islamic State deals a heavy blow to the extreme Muslim group, as it is considered a gateway to the western region of Syria, where Damascus and other main cities are located. Thank you for watching us. Praying for the peace of Israel and the peace of Jerusalem. I'm Jonathan Hessen. Have an Erev Tov and Shavua Tov. We will see you again tomorrow at the same time.
In order to donate to TV7 Israel News, please follow these simple steps. First, press the Donate logo, located at the bottom left side of TV7 Israel News Facebook page, or on the Donate tab at the head of the page. Then insert the amount you'd like to donate, and fill in your credit card information. Just like this. And press Review Donation and continue. After reviewing your donation details, please press Donate to finalize your donation. That's it! Your donation is now complete, and an email with your donation details has been sent to your email address. You can also print your donation receipt by pressing the link here. Thank you for supporting TV7 Israel News.